Couch series number 4, we're fortunate enough to have Big Mike here from Next Gen Nutrition. We're just trying to ask him a few questions about his sort of bodybuilding career and any advice that he has on anyone basically going down the road of health and fitness. Yep, perfect.
Yeah. So my name is Mike. I work at Next Gen Nutrition. I'm 25 years old now.
So we'll start off with question number 1. So how did you find yourself going down the bodybuilding road?
I got involved in bodybuilding when I was 17. Competed for the first time then. Dax, the owner of Next Gen, is the person who actually got me involved with bodybuilding and sort of showed me the ropes and what I should be doing, what I shouldn't be doing, but basically gave me I did my bodybuilding apprenticeship with Dax, essentially. I've grown up on the Central Coast. I grew up on the coast. I lived here till I was about 19. When I was 19, I'd been through some life experiences. I had a drug addiction. I was in juvenile detention for a period of time, and I'd really formed some bad habits that I knew weren't good for me. So to sort of help myself get removed from that situation, I went and lived in Melbourne for 5 years, and that's where I really took my bodybuilding to the next level. And that's, I guess, what got me into bodybuilding was the issues that I was having. That's what really made me take it to the next level. So I was in the wrong crowd. I was partying way too much, and when I realised that, I actually came home from a bender one night, and I've told this story before, but this is obviously to a different audience. I came home from a bender one night, and I was on YouTube, and I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger at the Mr. Olympia competition, and the camera was panning up his body slowly. And I just looked at it, and here I am thinking to myself, I think I was 17 at the time, 16, I don't know. A human body can look like that. I was in absolute awe that a human body could look like that. And it was around the time when I was sort of trying to change my lifestyle habits. And when I learned more about bodybuilding and learned what it would take, I knew that I couldn't take drugs anymore. I knew that I couldn't stay up all night. I knew that I couldn't be getting locked up. I knew that I couldn't be in those circumstances, otherwise I wasn't going to be able to become a good bodybuilder. Yeah. And when I was going through this whole period of acting out and being someone that I wasn't, the whole time I knew that it wasn't me. I knew deep down it wasn't part of what my core values have always been. Yeah. And coming from the family circumstance that I have, we grew up on donations from the Salvation Army. Yep. I've got 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and I wanted to be an example for them that regardless of our circumstances or our pedigree, that ultimately what we are going to become in our lives is up to us. So that's when I committed myself. I said, I don't care what it takes, I don't care how long, I'm going to become a world champion. I'm going to be a world champion. So that for me, it was about getting out of a bad situation, bad circumstances, bad habits, and doing something positive not only for myself, but for people around me as well, to be a positive influence on other people as well.
Perfect. Sweet. So you've obviously achieved quite a bit in your sort of short career in the industry. What would be your best, or the highlight of the achievement that sticks out the most to you?
Well, yeah, okay, cool. Well, like I said, I came from not a very fortunate upbringing. And when I committed myself to this goal, since then I've been flown to multiple countries from other people for competitions and for events. I've competed in Korea now, I've competed in France, I've competed in America, I've competed in New Zealand, I've been to Spain, I've been to Singapore, all through bodybuilding. Yep. The best achievement, the first big monumental thing I think is always the best. Yeah. The first Mr. Universe competition I won in Seoul in Korea, that was in 2014. I think I just turned 20.
What age group was that under?
That was junior men, so 24 and under.
Okay. And you won that at 19?
I think I was just 20, or maybe I was around 21, I can't remember exactly, but I was 20-ish. And I won that, and I went over there, and I remember, so I had to do a series of shows leading up to it. So I had to do a local show, and I won that easily. That's what really put me in the map, because no one really knew who I was before that. I did that show in Melbourne. It was called the Melbourne International. I won that, and then people took notice. They thought, who's this young guy who's coming out looking like this.
Yeah.
I went to Queensland the week after. I won that show. That's the Southern Hemisphere. That was a really prestigious event at the time.
Yeah.
And then because I won those 2 shows, and the promoter saw the potential in me, he flew me to Korea to compete in my first Mr. Universe competition.
Yeah, awesome.
And yeah, it's good.
This is something where we sort of communicate at these stupid times of the day,
Yeah.
every day. But what time do you usually get up and why?
Okay, this is Jared and I see each other a lot because obviously we work in close proximity to one another. But most of our deep communication happens at those
4:30s.
ungodly hours.
Yeah.
It'll be either Jared will send me something motivational, or I'll send him a link to a motivational clip. But I think that's one thing that I'm happy to say that Jared and I have in common. It's one of the high performance habits that we've both formed, and that's being up early. Because the number one reason for me, it's like my meditation time. So if I'm up at 10 to 4 or 4 or whatever, it's like I go for a walk, and it's not even about health and fitness, it's more about mental fitness. It's like my 3 hours for the day where I can be by myself, I can process my thoughts, I can get myself set up for the day, I can listen to my ebook, I can view something motivational that's going to get me in a good headspace for the day.
Yeah.
And that's probably the reason why. What was the rest of the question, and why?
Yeah, and why?
Well, that's why.
Just to fit everything in.
That's to fit everything in, but like I said, it's that time of the day that you get to yourself, you can get set up, you can form good habits, and get into a really good consistent routine.
And also you sleep better at night, and you're not jumping out of bed 10 minutes before work starts, and you're up and you're at them before you turn up to work at 10 o'clock.
I couldn't think of anything worse than a uni student or someone that commutes and they wake up, have their can of V, have a cigarette, and they're on the train.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not a start to the day. That's not a peaceful start to the day at all. How can you be productive at anything you do if you've had such an abrupt, horrible start to the day?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And the best advice that you would offer to basically anyone out there wanting to achieve their goals in health and fitness, whether it be an amateur bodybuilding or someone going down the weightlifting or just your normal...
Anyone that wants to be successful.
Yeah.
Being goal-driven, it's amazing. I think if you have a purpose or you feel like you have a purpose, realize what it is. You've got to know what it is first. First, establish a purpose. Once you've got a purpose established, getting out of bed isn't an issue anymore. Getting up early isn't an issue anymore because you've got a reason to get up.
Yeah.
You've got a reason to get up because you've got a purpose. So that's one of them.
Yeah.
Another thing is differentiating between motivation and discipline.
Yeah.
Because motivation's fickle. It doesn't last forever. It's temporary. But if you're disciplined, it lasts forever.
Yeah.
And when you're disciplined, because you're not going to have a good day every day, you know that.
No.
You're not going to have a good day every day.
It's staying driven.
Exactly. If you're disciplined, you're going to do what you need to do no matter what. With being involved in bodybuilding, you're obviously required to train a lot, eat a lot, and then you've got life as well. You've got relationships, you've got work, and any extracurricular activities that you participate in as well. To fit it all in, motivation alone is not enough.
Yeah.
You need to be disciplined because there's times where you don't want to do things, but you have to do them anyway. And that's where the discipline comes into play. It feels awesome to be motivated.
Yeah.
Everyone loves feeling motivated, but really fine-tuning it and narrowing it down to a discipline, something that you'll do whether it's sunny or rainy or you feel good or you're having a bad day. No matter what happens, you're still there anyway. Become disciplined. Yeah.
And just to finish off, give us your best Arnold line.
Oh man, it'll go for too long. Do you want to do it anyway?
Yeah, just do it anyway.
Alright. Knowing you, being the individual that you are, and digging in deep all the time, you're going to ask me, what does your wife think about that? Let me tell you something. When my wife's father is the one who has introduced me to smoking stogies, what is she going to say? She's not going to say her father made a mistake, because her father never makes a mistake. Therefore, it is okay. I can smoke stogies around my house. I don't have to find a hideout place like you.
Alright, cheers, big Mike. Thanks for that.
Thank you, mate.